Okay, so ICE is deporting an enormous amount of people, mostly criminal, but not all. And they make mistakes. Anybody would. Any organization would sweep up people that are harmless when you're going after hundreds of thousands of people. Remember, Joe Biden allowed 14 million foreign nationals into this country in 4 years unattended. 14 million. It is the worst policy decision in the history of this country. There is no doubt about it. And we have researched this. We could not have researched it any further. The number is 14 million. Out of that 14 million, you feel if 10% of the population is evil, which it is, that's 1.4 million criminals or people of destruction. That's a lot of folks. So ICE is all over the place, and the people on the left in Los Angeles don't like that. Los Angeles is a sanctuary city and county, very sympathetic to all migrants. Criminals, they won't cooperate. Gavin Newsom, the governor, is in on that. Karen Bass, the mayor of LA, is in on that. They're the second most extreme on this issue in the country, next to Boston. Boston is the worst. Okay. So Friday afternoon, a bunch of far-left people, Antifa, anarchists, and pro-migrant groups started to demonstrate, and they stopped traffic. 101, which, if you know LA, is the big artery there, tried to shut it down, set cars on fire. They did all of this. President Trump, okay, obviously getting reports, knows the state of California will not prosecute these people. He knows that because George Floyd riots proved it. Okay? So if you are arrested for vandalism or looting or whatever in Los Angeles, you will not face state or local charges. Trump knows that. He also knows that his base, the MAGA base, and 56% of the American people, all right, according to all the polls, don't want unfettered immigration. So he's got the majority on his side, and he decides to send in the National Guard. There's a January 6th component to this that I'll get to in a moment. So the Guard shows up, just 300 of them, not overwhelming force, but enough to cause all kinds of reaction from the far left. Now, remember, there's looting going on, there's arson going on. Nobody is dead that we know of yet, okay? 56 total arrests, not that many, about 2,000 protesters. That's the estimated crowd. The LA Police Department itself declared an unlawful assembly. But this isn't Trump doing this. This is the local cops. Trump sends them in, okay? Then immediately, Gavin Newsom, who is running for president in 2028, seizes the opportunity to play to his base. Roll the tape.
He's a tough guy. Why doesn't he do that? And he knows where to find me. But you know what? Let your hands off 4-year-old girls that are trying to get educated. Let your hands off these poor people. They're just trying to live their lives, man. Trying to live their lives, paying their taxes. Been here 10 years. The fear, the horror. The hell is this guy? Come after me, arrest me. Let's just get it over with. Tough guy.
Now, that would be great for Newsom if he got arrested. That's what he wants. He wants to be the left-wing martyr. And, you know, I don't know whether Trump knows that or not, but probably not wise to arrest the governor because there's no real charges. Now, if Newsom were to go out there and do something, okay, but at this point, arresting Newsom helps Newsom. But what you need to know is Newsom is doing this so that he can elevate himself into position to be the nominee for the Democratic Party in 28. Okay. So at this point, we don't have much else. We don't really know how this is going to evolve. All right. But we do know that the far left is hurting itself. So did I just contradict myself? No, because Newsom believes that he'll gain traction in his own personal quest. But most Americans don't like this, okay? But Newsom doesn't need most Americans to get the nomination. Now, here's our pal Maxine Waters, the radical left congresswoman out there. Go.
I mean, there's no reason to be here with the National Guard. The President of the United States is cruel, dishonorable human being who would just assume they shoot somebody down. But I don't want that to happen.
The protesters that are out there, thank you. Please keep protesting. Protest peacefully. But please keep protesting, because Donald Trump wants one of two things. He either wants people to stay quiet, to cower, and just look the other way while he continues to overreach, and abuse his authority, or he wants us to overreact and give him the license to continue the escalation.
Okay, so that's the left-wing line on it. Now, January 6th. Now, you'll remember that Donald Trump, and this is on the record, this is not an opinion, the night before, on January 5th, alerted the National Guard they might be needed to protect the Capitol on January 6th. Okay, and CA Pt1 expedited that order. But Trump didn't have the authority, or so he believed as president, to order the Guard to onto the grounds of the Capitol building. Nancy Pelosi did. Nancy Pelosi denies, she said, that the National Guard shouldn't be there. But you will remember that her daughter, Alexandria, blew her up unintentionally by just making a remark going, yeah, my mother didn't want that Guard and wouldn't ask for it. You remember that. It's all on the record. Now, Trump remembers it because Trump, that hurt him on January 6th, hurt him a lot. So he wasn't going to make that mistake again. So coupled with his political benefit of ordering the Guard out there, and it won't be a benefit if it escalates out of control, but I don't think it will. I could be wrong on that. But the January 6th component is right there, okay? So you need to consider the big picture, which is what we give you here on the No Spin News. No partisan blather, okay?